Hello friends, welcome to my channel Bhaskara Ovacha, and I am Bhaskara, your host. And in this episode, I am going to do the analysis of the Vedic horoscope of a big celebrity comedian. And the purpose of making this video is to teach the learners of Jyotish some basic techniques of horoscope analysis. So if you are learning Jyotish, you can watch this video till end and you can learn the basic techniques of horoscope analysis through watching this video. I will be making similar videos in future, so you can subscribe to my channel so that whenever I post a new video, you are alerted and you can watch those videos and learn the techniques that I display during my analysis, because I will mostly be making similar videos of horoscope analysis of real life people, and you can pick up techniques from how I am analyzing the horoscopes of those people. So here I am going to analyze the horoscope of a big celebrity comedian. So let me display the horoscope. So this is the horoscope. The When we begin to analyze the horoscope, first thing that we should check is the first house or ascendant or lagna, and then lagna lord, and we should begin from there. So here it is Taurus lagna horoscope. 2 is written in the first house. Here also ascendant is written in the Taurus box in the South Indian format. So it is Taurus ascendant horoscope. There is no planet in the first house. So we will go to lagna lord. Lagna lord is placed in the 11th house in his sign of exaltation, Pisces, and supported by the ruler of the 11th house or the ruler of Pisces sign, Jupiter. So Jupiter, Venus, the Lagna Lord, who is the manager of Lagna or the first house. So that means he is the manager of the overall life of this person whose horoscope it is placed in the 11th house in his sign of exaltation. 11th house is the house of income, achievements, ambition, making many friends, mass distribution. So 11th, when you want your work to be widely distributed among lots of people, or you must want to mass market your work, that comes from the 11th house. So lagna lord is placed in the 11th house. So all these resources of 11th house lagna lord is going to use to support the life journey of this person. It's to support the lagna, because lagna lord is the manager of lagna or manager of the first house. That means he is the manager of the overall life of the person. He is placed in the 11th house, so he will use the resources of the 11th house to support and sustain the life of this person. He is well placed in the 11th house in his sign of exaltation. Exaltation means higher status. So this person is likely to achieve higher status in life using the resources of the 11th house. And 11th house is well, you know, working very well in this horoscope, because 11th house ruler Jupiter is looking at the 11th house. So Lagna Lord has all the resources available to himself in the house where he is placed, in the 11th house, because 11th house is well supported by the 11th lord, and 11th lord Jupiter is also looking at the 11th, lagna lord, because he is looking at the 11th house where lagna lord is placed, and 11th house lord Jupiter is also looking at lagna. So there is a great connection between lagna and 11th house. So this person's life will shape through the resources of the 11th house, and 11th house will have a strong role to play in his overall life journey. So he will earn great money. 11th house is the house of income. He will have, he will make big achievements in life. 11th house is the house of achievements. He will be very ambitious. Of course, all successful people are very ambitious. They have big ambitions. That is why they are driven to achieve those ambitions. He will be making many good friends, because 11th house is the house of friendships, networking, social networking, professional networking, community networking. So all kinds of friendships And it's a fact. Many successful people are very good at networking. Unless you are good at networking, good at making friends, it's little difficult sometimes to be successful in whatever work you are doing. So that also can become a resource for this person. And of course, 11th house is the house of mass distribution. So whatever product or service this person produces as part of his life journey, that will be widely distributed among the public. So through that also he can create earning, because when your work or product or services are widely distributed, you can earn money through that and be very popular. uh, so that is again one thing. So we can see that how this person is has made it big in his life. And the lagna is connected to the 11th house, so 11th house is always going to play a big role in his life journey. And lagna lord is looking at the 5th house. So 11th house, 5th house. What is 5th house? 5th house is celebrity, talent, creativity, entertainment world, film world, and your charisma, your ability to gain attention in life. All these things will play a big role in the life journey of this person. So 11th house, 5th house axis is strongly active because of this placement of lagna lord Venus. And then 11th lord Jupiter is placed in the 5th house, and lagna lord Venus is also seeing the 5th house. So we can understand that. Now let us come to the 10th house. uh, as I said, uh, uh, I have done the analysis of the first house. I always say one thing that every student should remember. People think that career is only seen from 10th house, which is wrong. Career is also seen from the first house, because first house is overall life of a person. Career is part of the overall life. So career cannot be very disconnected from the overall life. So the hint for career also comes from the first house ruler. It is not that only 10th house will tell everything about the career. So always remember. So remember what I have said about the first house and the first house lord, Shukra, and what kind of energy that is activating the 11th house and 5th house. So those will be big theme of his life, and of course of career also. Now, in the 10th house, we see Mercury and Moon are placed. We know Mercury is the planet of communication. It's a multi, it gives you, Mercury gives you multi talent, talent in many things in the context of your career, because Mercury is placed in the 10th house here. And of course, communication, media, all these energies Mercury carry. It Mercury also gives you intelligence, business intelligence also, because Mercury is a business centric planet. So all those things Mercury is bringing. Moon, it gives you popularity. When Moon is in the 10th house and Moon is well placed in the 10th house, the person is able to emotionally connect with people. So, and people also feel emotionally connected to the person. So that gives popularity. So and the person can uh, have a feeling of the emotions of the masses. So he will do work that is well received by people around him. So he will be popular that way. Now Mercury is second house lord, because we see Gemini is written in the second house. So that means speech. Speech is also, anyway, Mercury is the planet of communication and speech, and is ruling the second house of a speech also. So from that context also, second house, 10th house getting interconnected. So speech is going to play a big role in his work. Moon is third lord, third house ruler, because we see 4 written in the third house, Cancer. So Moon is third house lord. Third house is the house of media, communication, courage, enterprise, media, TV, social media, Instagram, YouTube, and all those things. So those things will be important in his career. And speech and communication, second house, third house. So it's well, good connection. When second and third are connected, speech and communication gets integrated, and the person can speak well. He can go on the stage, and third house is also the house of going on the stage and speaking. So all those things are third house related things. So third lord, second lord placed in the 10th house. So we can now join the dots and see how the profile of a comedian artist is being created. And then and of course, for being a comedian, you need to have quick bit. You should quickly reply to someone's, somebody says you something, you can be, you should have the intelligence to reply immediately and in a way that people laugh on it. So all those things are coming because of this strong Mercury in the 10th house. And one very interesting thing, this is Aquarius sign in the 10th house, which is co-ruled by Rahu. Rahu is placed in the third house. Rahu in the third house anyway enhances the role of third house in his life. I've already said what is third house. Third house is the house of communication, media, TV, Instagram, social media, Facebook, YouTube, and everything. And enterprise also, courage also. Unless you are courageous, you cannot have those, the courage to go on the stage and you know run, your do comedy in front of people. And you will not have the courage to go, from a small city and go to some big city like Mumbai or somewhere else, and make a career there. You need to have that courage. So third house, Rahu is placed. Rahu is co-lord of the 10th house. So third house lord Moon placed in the 10th house, and 10th house co-lord Rahu placed in the third house. So third 10th exchange happening. So that again, connects 10th house of career strongly with the third house. And third house Rahu anyway is enhancing, magnifying the role of third house in his work, in his life, because uh, Rahu magnifies anything that he touches, and he is co-lord of the 10th house. And here, Moon is the lord, is the landlord of Rahu. So when Moon is placed with Mercury, please think that indirectly Rahu is also placed with Mercury. So Rahu Mercury, he can, he can. Mercury is hugely amplified now, so he can speak a lot. For being a comedian, you need to have a very amplified working of Mercury. You should, speak quickly, speak a lot, can speak continuously for a long time, all those things. And Mercury is also fifth house ruler, because Virgo sign is written in the fifth house and placed in the 10th house. Again, I please remember, fifth house is the house of talent, creativity, celebrities, entertainment, world, film industry, and your ability to gain attention, and and you being very talented. So you acting as a celebrity, all those things. So, and fifth house is also your learning ability. You being a comedian, you have to be very intelligent. You have to be observant of the, of everything that is happening around you. A comedian is always a person who minutely observes the universe and minutely observes the world, and from there he picks up ideas for his comedy shows. So fifth house Lord Mercury is placed in the 10th, and 10th house Lord Saturn is placed in the 5th. So there is an exchange between 5th and 10th. Great Raj Yoga. He has the promise of rising very high through the energy of the 5th house. His own talent, his connection with celebrities and big people, with politicians, with singers, with film stars, with politicians, and all kinds of, creative people and influential people. So this 5th and 10th connection is a big Raj Yoga. And so, and anyway, we had seen that Lagna Lord Venus was also connecting to the 5th house. So we can see it is repeating the 5th 10th connection, Lagna 5th connection. So, and even 10th Lord Shani placed in the 5th house is looking at the 11th house. So 11th house, 5th house, 10th house, first house, third house, second house, these are all getting interconnected. So, career, mass marketing, and mass distribution of work, making many good friends, making good money, good income, creativity, talent, celebrities, film industry, politicians, artists, intelligence, all this energy. Then here communication, media, TV, YouTube, social media, Instagram, third house. Second house is speech, wealth, and wealth. Second house is the house of wealth, placed in the Lord is placed in the 10th. He will make big money through his work. Lagna Lord placed in the 11th. He is driven to earn big. 11th house is the house of earning. Second house is the house of wealth. So he is driven to make big money. So we can say this. Yes, if I see something, some challenge also in his horoscope, that is also related to this placement of Venus. Venus is afflicted by Mars, and to some extent also by Sun, because Sun Venus can, uh, when Venus is acting as first lord, then from that perspective, first lord with Sun is good combination. But Venus naturally does not do very well with Sun. So Venus, we should not forget, is the Karaka for females. So although in his comedy shows this person does lots of flirting with his female guests, but he should be careful with females, because this Mars is also afflicting Venus, and Venus is sixth house lord also. So sometimes if he is not careful with females in his personal life, he can get into some scandalous situation due to some female, because this eighth lord Jupiter, Jupiter is eighth house lord also, is placed in the fifth and looking at Lagna Lord Venus, who is also the sixth lord and afflicted by Mars. So, and this eighth lord Jupiter is also looking at first house. So, if he gets into some scandal related to some female, that can be the only reason for his downfall if he protects himself from that. If he doesn't get involved with females outside his shows and he remains loyal to his wife, he will keep doing well in his life. He should just be careful, for he should not get into any kind of secretive extramarital affair or something like that, because then this Venus will begin to operate like sixth lord, and then Mars is the Karaka for sixth house. Very dangerous it will become, and then that is exalted also. So he can get into troubles due to some female for sure. So he should be careful. One more interesting thing, Moon is the Karaka for mother, and Moon is placed in the 10th house. So his mother is a supporting energy for his career. And Sun, the fourth house ruler, because fourth house is Leo sign. So Sun is fourth lord and is sitting with first house lord Venus and giving strength to Venus. Because as I had said, first house lord, whenever first house lord sits with Sun, that gives strength to Lagna, because Sun is Karaka for first house. And who is Sun? Sun is fourth house lord. So Sun is also representing mother in some context in this horoscope, and is kind of be giving support to Venus. And so Moon significator of mother in the 10th house, and Sun ruler of the house of mother sitting with Lagna Lord. So mother is playing a big role in this person, uh, in this person's life and success. So he should always respect his mother, and if he remains with his mother and mother keeps supporting him, he can keep growing, high and high in his life. So that is for sure. So I hope friends you enjoyed watching this video. I would wait for your comments, and for watching similar videos, uh, uh, you can subscribe to my channel, because I will be uploading many such videos on my channel in future also. And for getting a reading from me, you can write to my email. My email is mentioned here. It is cosmicbond7@gmail.com. I will also mention my email address in the description of this video. So God bless all. And for becoming a good astrologer, the only trick is to keep analyzing, the horoscopes of people your friends, your family members, collect their horoscopic data, and make their horoscopes and correlate with their life. And that way you can learn well. So I hope you learned some skill of horoscope analysis from this video. So we'll meet again in the next video. Till then, goodbye and God bless.